Well, we lost one. I don't know what happened during these sequence of tweets, but look at this. November 16th. Breaking news. My One Punch Man reaction to episode 6 is live. If you enjoy anything other than animation and anime, read a manga, you bitch. Oh shit, he going to fucking war with the haters, huh? All right, you bitch, don't be toxic, spread hate. Okay. Sure. And then, you know, boycott, blah blah blah. And then what the hell? What the helly? What happened to GOT Games? I think for now, I'm done with One Punch Man reactions. I'll be real, this is a little too much for me. I've always been a positive person. I bring that energy to every reaction in one way or another. I never thought it'd be used against me so strongly. I love you all. What the fuck happened? Here's some other tweets leading to it, right? Let's read some of these other ones to get some extra context. So, my word, people, I get it's bad. I've said this multiple times across my reactions, and I've said it deserves way more love and this quality is lacking, especially in the animation. Yeah, absolutely. Basically, I feel like the people that's attacking Luke is, if you're not hating on One Punch Man with every single moment of your life, you're basically not a true fan, right? Like, you're not hating enough. It's not enough that you say that this is a garbage anime, it deserves better. If you dare actually watch it and smile or have a good time trying to see the light in the trash heap, you're a fucking fake fan. You're a tourist. You are spreading toxic positivity, and you are the reason why Bandai Namco's getting away with it. And this mindset, man, it's so fucking stupid. And you know what I say often? How the average person is so fucking stupid that we get split on identity politics while the ruling class manipulates both sides, instigating both sides when we should be together and uniting. It's the same shit here. You have retards that are so fucking far gone that only wants to farm the hate for One Punch Man because that's all they got. They have no other way of getting engagement. There's so many losers on Twitter. Their relevancy of having some sort of dopamine rush through getting a couple likes is by saying one frame man bad. It's like, no shit, we all agree. But then they take it to the next level. As much as there is toxic positivity, what if I told you there's toxic negativity? It's almost as if you are the same type of person on the other end of the spectrum. And rather than trying to see it from an objective light, you're so biased that nothing will ever convince you unless you hate. You have to hate no matter what, or else these schizos online will attack you. Why is it not okay for me to say this in a respectful way? Because they don't deserve the respect, Luke. You gotta call out the JC staff director, man. He's a filthy hentai animation artist. Even though plenty of other directors have made amazing animes, you have to discredit him. You have to shit on it with every breathing moment of your life. If you're not hating, then you're a fraud and you are the problem with the community. When did it become so strange to be respectful with our opinions? If I don't say it's awful in the loudest way possible, then I'm defending it. Paid by Bandai or faking it. Exactly, bro. These children online don't exist to have actual conversations. They don't care about trying to see what the real thing is. They've already made up their mind that it's going to be garbage no matter what. And you know what? These episodes are a filthy, filthy, smoking piece of shit right now. The most recent episode, god damn, no wonder people are pissed off. But this is the example that I gave before too. And what did I say? Imagine a peaceful protest where people are lining up, voicing their opinions about their issues with One Punch Man. Or I guess in real life scenarios, like the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Remember that shit? When George Floyd happened and people were up in arms and, you know, protests were happening. But during the protests, what else was happening? Rioters. Looters. There's always gonna be pieces of shit in any community because that's just how humanity works. There's gonna be disingenuous fucks that pretend to be protesting. They pretend to be criticizing One Punch Man, but they don't care. They don't care about actually having a productive means to make change. Instead, all they do is what? Loot, riot, make everyone else look bad while they profit. They farm the negative engagement. They farm this shit to the next fucking extent. And you know what? I farm negative engagement too. Absolutely, I cover the drama. But here's what I need you to understand. There's a difference between voicing, let's say you're a customer at a grocery store. And you got a product and you want to return it because it's bad. It's not what it turned out to be. It's a piece of shit. I want to return this. And you're going to the proper channels of communication and asking for a refund. You're asking for something to be corrected. Being a little bit of a Karen, but that's productive. You channel the negativity in a productive way and get shit done. Then there's a difference of a child who is pissing and shitting their pants in the middle of the fucking grocery store. All they do is cry and complain. That is basically the rioters and looters. That is basically anybody that is just hating Luke for the sake of hating him because he dares to look at the positive. I have another comment here too. Where is this? I think that if I response status responded, I think I said the exact same thing. Where is this shit? 1 second. Oh, this guy. Peanut Butter 4166. Why should the audience need to be respectful with their feedback? Reality is you put out a shitty product, then people will clown on it. Can't really expect people to be respectful about it if they owe you anything. I get being a One Punch Man fan, but defending to this extent is crazy. Who's defending it? Who's defending it? I'm just saying that you motherfuckers are exactly the same type of people that you claim to be toxic positivity. You're just doing toxic negativity and using this as an excuse to be as shitty as fucking possible. Then I explain the same fucking logic. And if they can't see this, I'm trying to tell you, this is how blind they are. They're genuine fucking retards that just want an excuse to be as shitty as possible, taking advantage of situations they don't actually care about, ruining it for everyone involved. And that's what happens. That's what happens with a bunch of monkeys that are uneducated, that can't unite on core issues. And it just makes a shitty fucking situation for everybody involved. And that's why, even though pretty much everyone is shitting on One Punch Man, having a bad time, being frustrated, it's multiplied exponentially even more because of these fucks. This is what I would actually call a grifter. Yup. People that don't completely believe in what they're saying, taking advantage of situations to profit for their own. That's what being a grifter is. These dudes are rioters. These dudes are looters. They're not actually protesting and getting productive things done. If you want a screaming reactor, then I'm not your guy. That's not me. And if you're new here, then yes, I'm kind of respectful and will always be that way. If I don't enjoy a song, an anime, or a movie, I will say it. I won't scream it. One Punch Man Season 3 deserved an incredible amount of more love, but if you were enjoying these episodes even slightly, that's okay. Chill. Both sides really need to chill and respect people's tastes and opinions. Fucking hell. Completely agreed. And let's see some of the retardations in the comment section. Here's another one too. Also, not once have I said that you should not be able to criticize this anime. That people should shut up and watch it or hate it in silence or any number of these random things people are saying. Yeah, if GOT Games said that, then I think there will actually be precedents for people to start hating on him, right? I don't think he's ever said that though. I've literally said time and time again that anyone who doesn't like it absolutely should criticize it, but in a respectful way, in a productive way. Don't be a retard shitting your pants screaming in the middle of the grocery store. Do something about it in a productive way. Be a fucking grown-ass adult. And if my opinion is different from yours and yours mine, then we disagree. That isn't me saying you shouldn't have that opinion. That's me saying that ours is different. Both opinions matter and all people should be able to speak their mind. Can someone point to me where I said I shouldn't be able to criticize this show? Why are so many people replying to me saying I said this? Is this what Twitter argument feels like? This is exhausting. Yes, and this is why I don't use Twitter to engage, bro. It's like you're arguing with the dumbest, most miserable people who've already made up their minds. They're not here for a conversation. They're just here to quote, retweet, and to respond delusionally in order to farm the negative engagement because they're miserable fucks in real life and they have no actual things that makes them happy. All they can do is just be a piece of shit online and farm the negative engagement because at the very least, that makes them feel something. They're bitter and numb until they get that dopamine rush of negative engagement. And then at that point, you realize, holy shit, I would hate to be you. Every day you wake up being mad. Every day you wake up being frustrated and you try to figure out, how can I be the victim? How can I be mad? And when you think about it this way, then you realize, well, I treat everyone like a monkey and it's all just for dumb content. It's pointless. It's pointless to think that you can change the minds of these schizo retards online. And you might as well just have fun with it and embrace the chaos. Don't play into this. Let them in silence. Let them rot in their anger. Sure, sure, sure. We get it, bro. You like bootlicking animators because they're artists. When did he bootlick, though? They literally took the job. A good craftsman doesn't come to your job site and say, I will do work for less pay. But this example is terrible. That's right. A good craftsman wouldn't do this. You know what this situation is? It's somebody forcing this shit down the throat to JC staff and them taking it most likely because of Japanese bureaucracy. You know what? I still do think that JC staff did fuck up in accepting the project. But to say that this is somehow a fair example where the good craftsmanship had ample time and schedule to actually pump out a good work, they never did this. They never fucking did this shit. What a fucking retarded tweet to say. But then again, his title is, you got ChatGPT. Why would you ever take retarders seriously? Popular anime doesn't automatically get top tier animation, and fans of Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer are lucky in the show's budget. And time, big anime struggle. But here's the thing: One Punch Man is not a popular anime. If you look at the Blu-ray DVD sales of season 1, it's actually really low. And I think that people are very delusional with how big of an IP One Punch Man is. I understand it is gone international. I understand that there's a lot of hype surrounding it. But the most important thing, I think, is domestic, like, viewership, domestic, like, bottom line. And from what I've heard, I hear that the Blu-ray DVD sales and merch shit for One Punch Man has been dog shit since season 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've heard. And if that under assumption, it makes sense why they wouldn't want to prioritize this shit no matter how much people glaze this shit on Twitter. One thing I realized recently is how the internet represents only 10% of the real world and most of the other 90% represents people that are chill. When I talk about anime with my friends, I never saw even a fraction of the negativity I find here. Yes, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Because why? Marcos Narcos is absolutely correct here. Because social media rewards negative engagement. The number one goal for social media, websites, apps, is to keep them on for the longest possible. And they've realized that positive interactions, no one gives a fuck about that. But when someone says something stupid, when you see something you disagree with, when you get angry, oh, you fucking engage. That's how the algorithm is designed, to highlight the sheer retardation of people out there rage baiting, being negative, because that's what drives traffic. And I've been saying this over and over, and why social media is so fucking toxic, because it rewards this behavior. People are incentivized to be as toxic as possible. You never see glaze happen that gets as popular as anger, bro. Negativity is the fucking name of the game. And the more rage bait, the more toxic negativity there is, the more people are locked in, and this compounds. And that's why you see the shittiest of the shittiest people on social media. Like this stereotype of Twitter is a fucking cesspool. Listen, where do you think that comes from? Because that's the way it's designed. And when you go outside and touch grass, when you actually go talk to reasonable people, you realize that retards like this don't actually exist. They're miserable little fucking basement dwelling goblins that have nothing going on for them. And when you realize that they're actual victims because of how much of they are a loser, you start to pity them. I pity all these fucking retards too, to the point that I'll farm them and make money off of them. The issue that you're screaming about it, just not in the way you think. I don't even watch One Punch Man, but I follow you because I enjoy some of your other reactions in the past. And all I feel like I see from you now is your complaints about the hate towards this show. Here's an actual fucking fan that watches Luke saying that, yeah, he has been criticizing it. He has been negative about it. Isn't it crazy? Sorry, nothing to do with the post, but I've been watching the slime episode on Patreon. Technical support? We got some technical support? Okay, what else is there? Nicholas Light has done a lot of damages here. The way he's gone about One Punch Man hate is way too far, I think. And yeah, absolutely. He's not wrong, Nicholas Light, in the way that he's like shitting on the show. But just like what Nicholas Light does, he pushes everything to the utmost extremes. And whether he's not aware of it or not, doing that just brings you the most insane schizo people, right? So I just think that it's not Nicholas Light's fault that GOT Games getting hate, but like the way that Nicholas Light represents himself absolutely emboldens the schizo haters that just want to be shitty and take advantage of the situation, and it's gonna spill over and hit Luke. That's how it works. And my God, bro, I fucking hate how like, and again, I've talked to Nick about this, about how content creators, it's impossible at a certain point to moderate everybody. And Nick really hates it when he sees hate for him in other people's videos, even though that hate is literally created by him tripling down on his actions. But then there's situations like this where Luke is getting shit on. Am I gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, I can't believe Nick did this? That his haters, sorry, his fans are the ones, you know, claiming toxic positivity on Luke's channel? No, I won't, because I think that's ridiculous. But if that's gonna be the case, there needs to be some sort of consistency in the way that he views criticism about him in other people's videos. Like, I'm on record saying this is a 6 out of 10 and somehow people think I'm defending it. Yeah, people have a very delusional rating system is what I noticed too. People think that 6 out of 10 is like a good score. Like, there's genuinely people arguing that like 5 out of 10 is average. I'm like, what fucking world do you live in where you score 5 out of 10 on a test and that's average? Maybe in a fucking engineer class, but like, we're talking about anime. I think that average score is 7 out of 10. I think that 6 out of 10 is pretty much bad. And I think that 5 out of 10 and anything below is all the fucking same. It's fucking garbage trash. I don't think you could honestly differentiate the difference between a 2 out of 10 and a 3 out of 10. But I can differentiate what an 8 out of 10 and a 9 out of 10 is. That's why in a way to scale, we use a rating system from 1 to 10. But the actual scores are from 5 to 10. Anything below 5 is ridiculous. It's a waste of time. You're nitpicking, I think. And I think a 6 out of 10 does mean that it's pretty fucking bad. You want to call it a 5 out of 10? Sure. But to say a 6 out of 10 is glazing is beyond fucking ridiculous. JC staff shouldn't exist after this dumpster fire. Those animators deserve better, just my opinion though. If those animators deserve better, then you shouldn't be vouching for their fucking building that gives them a paycheck to be fucking not existing, bro. JC staff does an absolute amazing job with many different animes that you don't even fucking see, but you're a fucking tourist and you think that JC staff is only capable of this. Fucking tourist ass opinion. No one should be sending you horrible DMs. However, I'm not going to love this season because of blah, blah, blah. Sure. Nuance is incredibly different these days. I know it's cheap for me to say, don't let it get to you, but seriously, don't. Yeah, I think that Luke shouldn't, you know, drop the show. I think that this is the same as Nicholas Light dropping Lord of the Mysteries back in summer. And what did I say? Fuck the haters, bro. Keep watching it. Prove them wrong. Prove that you actually understand a story and deliver reactions. And they're going to see it every week. And they're going to be mauling because they're like, holy shit, this guy actually gets it. I think Luke should do the same thing. I think that Luke shouldn't drop the show and continue watching One Punch Man in the way that he does and satisfy his community. The schizo haters here, they don't represent his fandom. They're not his audience. And to quit something because of the whims of these losers that aren't even his actual viewers, I think is very unproductive. Me thinks a large portion of the fans who latched onto it after season 1 blew up probably deserve to downgrade. You know what? There's a part of me that like says, yeah, you motherfuckers fucking deserve this shit. Sometimes I see all these, you know, schizo haters that are so fucking deep and lost in the sauce that like, yeah, you fucking deserve this garbage anime. You don't get it, Luke, because the anime season is bad. We must wish the illest fortunes upon you since we dare care for more than how the drawings are moving. Yep, exactly, bro. You have to hate it always and always and always, bro. I'm not watching One Punch on season 3 just to clarify, but it's kind of annoying seeing the shit smells like shit, tastes like shit, and hearing people say, oh, well, it's not that bad. I don't think people are saying, oh, well, it's not that bad. I think people are saying it's pretty fucking bad. It's that toxic positivity that irritates people. And you know what also irritates people? I think toxic negativity irritates people. You are two sides of the same fucking coin. What else is there? Is there any actual fucking retard? Reposting retarded posts and shaming every retarded Twitter users. I think that you are pretty much like, and then a call to action. Feel free to harass them. This is what I'm talking about. This is the height of One Punch Man ugly NPC. This is literally not this guy. We've been watching season 1 recently, right? We're talking about where this guy, bro. It's so funny to me that they claim to be fans, but like they don't realize that they're literally the personification of this guy. Like it's mind-blowing. Like, how do you possibly say this shit? How do you possibly say this shit and have this, unless you're rage being at that point, man, what a fucking, like, what a loser, what a miserable fucking existence. But then you realize, damn, like you really are this guy and you don't even fucking realize it, huh? I think that Luke should continue to do his thing. Maybe I'll respond to him. Delusional, you know, schizo haters who only want to hate don't represent your community. To quit a show to quit a service based on the whim of these retards is unproductive. Keep watching. Keep watching this show and deliver content for your community. That's it. I think this is it, right? They just want to fucking hate. They're not his audience. To listen to those whims, it's just you gotta have a thick skin and just get off that, right? Keep watching the show and deliver content for your community, right? Toxic negativity is this, you know, what's it called? And toxic positivity is, what's it called? Two sides of the same coin. Done. That's that simple. I hope he continues, bro. And I hope that the losers will continue molding and give us more content in the future.